Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Toyworld Allocater. I think that's what he's called. And, yeah, there he is in his truck mode. He does come with the head for Devastator. You see it's on a hinge swivel, so it goes up and down. Swivels left and right. It's got the non-visor look. But you are able to slide this down to give him a visor look. Not a huge fan of that, to be honest. Yeah, it just... I don't know. I think more of a solid piece of plastic would have been nice to fold over there, so you don't see that, just the eyes covered in a red plastic. But you can push this button here. And he does have light up eyes, so that's cool. If you're into that sort of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I should be getting Mixmaster in later. Let's see here. I'm filming this on Tuesday. It'll go up on Wednesday. So I should be getting Mixmaster in today when you're watching this. Which means I'll review Mixmaster Thursday with any luck, and then Devastator on Friday. I have some more of the Dinobots recorded too, just in case. Alright, so he also does come with this gun. So just a black gun, a couple tabs of red paint in there. And you can plug this into here. You know, any 5mm port on the thing. So you got 1, 2, this one, yep, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got plenty of options of where you can plug this. So. Alright, so he does have the crane that does ratchet up. You can extend the crane piece all the way out if you want to. This does have a swivel here. This section here can rotate all the way around. And he does have the rubber tires, so he does roll very easily. And yeah, all around, I think he looks great. I think probably one of the better truck modes for the Toyworld guys. And yeah, I definitely dig him. Very excited for putting the combiner together. I don't know how to put the combiner together, but we'll figure it out. I do have a slight flaw in my figure. These hooks will come around and clip onto this side. So I've got one here, that's fine. And then this one here, that's all busted up. It just wasn't there. Luckily though, the way it connects, you don't really need the two. So you got the same kind of hook mechanism here in between the legs for whatever mode you got them in. I don't see a purpose to it, but they are there if you want to use them. Alright, so let's get him transformed. He's fairly simple. First thing I like to do is just unhinge it. So this is how you'd go into combine mode, essentially. Just that quick. This is when you're trying to transform it, you're gonna accidentally pull this out. So you might as well just go ahead and pull it out and just get it done with. And then it'll also just make it a little easier for you too. So anyway, you want to pull this section here down like that, and then you can fold this out. There's this little tab right here. You want to fold this up. Split the legs. And it's easier the further out you can get the legs, rather than straight down. It has a hard time with that, but the further out you go, the better it is. And just fold those down. Fold this here straight and down, and those become his feet. Just like that. And this piece here will fold in, down, and up. Oh, let's fold that in. Just like that. So, in, down, and then up. Just kind of keep those out of the way. Alright, top section here. Just pull these out, rotate these out like that, and just kind of making some space here. These tabs will come up like this. They're on double hinges, and you want to slide this down like that. And now rotate the arms around, get those out of the way. This plug here will plug into these holes right back there. Now it's a little tight just the way it's angled, so push it from this corner here when you're doing it. Not directly in and not directly down, but right here in this corner to kind of do in and down at the same time. It'll make it easier for you. Pull out the chest. Flip the head around. Now the problem I have, we'll show that later, but the head doesn't really have a place to lock in, and that's a little unfortunate. Then you can fold that up. From here you can then take the waist piece, put it back together, and then the arms, what you want to do, these are really tight, so be careful with these. I'm going to have to maybe try and loosen them at some point or something. But you want to pull these down, and it's really tight. All these ratchets in here are really, really secure. There we go. I think I've been loosening them up a little bit because I've transformed him a few times. Alright, so this is on a double hinge. Rotate that down. Then you can fold it back a little bit. Just kind of keep them out of the way however you want. Crane arm comes down. That helps stabilize him. Open this up. And we want to fold out the hands, but again, there's no tabs to do it. I don't know what Toyworld's issue with tabs are. No, that's not going to work. Let's see here. I mean, seriously, I think they have just like something against tabs. And this is really tight, so I do recommend using a screwdriver to pulling it out. I tried with my fingernail and actually snapped my fingernail off. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that one again because that hurt like hell. Alright, there we go. And there he is in his bot mode. Oh, I think he's pretty good. I definitely dig him. I gotta get some Decepticon logos on these guys. So he does have the gun. It does fit into his hand just like the before. There's a little groove cut out in the handle, and there is a slot in his hand right there. So you just take that and plug it in. It's a tight fit, but it will hold. It's tight to the point where it might pop out, kind of tight, but it does hold fairly well. And yeah, posability on this guy. His head is on the hinge swivel, so left, right. Gets a little caught up on the little collar there. Up and down. As you see, it just, like, this doesn't lock in very well. So it's kind of floppy. It's not like super floppy, it's noticeable. Arms can swivel up and down. They hinge in and out. You kind of have to play with this thing to kind of get the full range. The arm from here also can pivot out. There's a bicep swivel, bends at the elbow. He also has an outward bend, so you got a lot of bends in the arm going the wrong way. Hand swivels. Each finger's on the ball joint. As you can see, the gun, he like I said, he can hold his gun. It's not the best hold in the world, but he can hold it. The waist swivels. Again, you gotta kind of move things out of the way to get certain posabilities out of them. You can move these waist skirts here, and his legs do rotate all the way up, all the way back. No ratchets, which is unfortunate. All the way out. As you can see, that's why ratchets are important. Thigh swivel. Ratcheted knee. Get you all the way back to there. Foot. There's a tilt. There's a rocker. And then it's got another hinge in there, so you can get extreme rocker action going. And no swivel. Toe does pivot for transformation, and yeah, that's just about it. So let's get some size comparisons going here. Here he is next to Classics Prime. And so I think he's way too big for Chug. A Seeker and a Legends. Yeah, just he's too big. Too big. Here he is next to an MP car and MP Prime. And I think that's just about perfect scale for MP collection. Some people are saying that they're not quite MP style enough. I'd say they're the best option of Constructicons for MP style out there. Just period. We'll see how the Generations Toys Gravity Builder stacks up. My hopes on that set have dwindled quite significantly since we first started reviewing these guys. Just Bone Crusher. Just. Ugh. All right, now let's get them with the rest of the team so far. So here he is with Long Haul. See, I put Long Haul near the back so that he can rest against the wall. Here he is with Scavenger. Bone Crusher. Nope. Well, we'll do Scavenger first. And Bone Crusher. 1 to go. And that was my other problem. My other problem with the Gravity Builder is the fact that they started first. They were supposed to be done last year. And here we are with Toyworld, who started second, and they're almost done. Or they're done. I'm almost done collecting the boxes. So yeah, I think Toyworld is winning this one. And somebody posted a comment the other day on my long haul review, and they were asking, or they were trying to troll me, I guess, a little bit, and they're saying, like, since when did they was there a competition in between the two companies? They're two separate companies, and there's with two separate designs for the figures. And at which point, and I said this in a response to him, when you release two figures or two types of the same figure at the same time, you have created competition. That is the essential of just supply and demand and the consumer's choice. They have created the competition. They may not say, "Oh, we're having a competition with Toyworld," but both these companies created the competition by releasing these figures at the same time. Gravity Builder put theirs out first, so Toyworld threw down the gauntlet by continuing with the project. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that is competition. And the winner of the competition is the one that gets the money. And so far, to me, we'll look more into depth on these figures when we do the war videos. If they finish the set, but to me, right now, it's very clear that Toyworld is the superior product. Because you're getting a bigger figure, bigger individual figures that look more G1 accurate with a bigger Devastator in the end. Will it pay off? I think it will. I've been wrong before. And I will sit here and I will apologize if I am wrong. I've said that before. But chances are looking like right now, these guys are going to be the clear winner. Because one of the things that a lot of people look for in their sets is what is out, what is available for purchase right now. And the Toyworld is done. We've got Toyworld done. We don't need, we don't need to sit here and wait. They are going to be releasing, from what I hear, another green version that will have some fixes. So far, I've been lucky, and I've kind of skated by all the QC issues that everyone else have. Like I said, I do have an issue with his those little great hooks, and they did send me. I believe this came with hook too. These pieces here for more inserts. So I still haven't installed the first batch. And these replacement arms. So for I think Scavenger and maybe Bone Crusher. Yeah, Scavenger and Bone Crusher. But again, I haven't needed them yet, so this is gonna stay in the bag. So yeah, and it's like, yeah, there's some QC issues, but they're resolving them as they're going. The problem with Gravity Builder is there's engineering issues. So you cannot fix engineering issues for the most part. They've been doing things like, giving you longer handles for their guns because they don't engineer the guns to have long enough handles, which is just stupid right out the bat. And the Bone Crusher, just everything about him just isn't good. It just, this whole assembly just isn't good. But we'll grab the rest of these guys here. Just pulling them out. And then this person that was, talking on my video, kind of essentially telling me I don't have a right to my opinion. But here's where I get my right for my opinion. One, I'm an opinionated person, so I get to speak my mind whenever I feel like it on my show. And two, I have already spent $400 with this company. So if I'm not satisfied with this company and my $400 of purchase, I have every right to sit here and complain about my $400 purchase. Now, if it was something that's like, oh, I never bought the Generation Toys Gravity Builder, but I still think it's crap. Now there, I don't have a right to that opinion. Or it's not an educated opinion. This is an educated opinion. I just don't think that this is up to par with this. when these guys are the same price as these guys. The amount of plastic, the amount of engineering, the amount of just awesomeness is more in here than here. But we'll get into that more. I just wanted to point this out to this person if they're going to watch my channel more. But this is why, like I said, this is why I feel like I have a right to my opinion is, and it's an educated one, is because I have spent the $400 on all their set figures so far. And as I said when I first reviewed these figures, I really liked him. I really did. I still think he's a pretty good figure. And I really like the Mixmaster. I like the fact that you could fold the mixer onto the back. I think that's a cool, unique look on him. The Scavenger was okay. Bone Crusher's absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. So it's just like, I had hopes for this set. I was really hoping that it would be my set. But it's not. This is turning into my set. Now, as for Hook, I think he's a great figure. Definitely watch out for some QC issues with those little clips. You don't need all of them. So if you have some issues with it, you know, you'll be okay. But you know, if you're one of those people that need to get all the pieces, you might want to check it right out of the box and then contact your supplier. I'm not going to care about that little piece. Other than that, I think the transformation is fun. These pieces need to be, you know, watched out for, and the hands need to be watched out for. Trying to get them in and out of those the forearms. But other than that, I think he's a pretty good figure. Not as good as Long Haul Scavenger. He's probably the weakest one of the group, and that's not saying, you know, that's not a bad thing. It's just I think he might be the weakest one of the group. So I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. I think they could have spent a little bit more time ironing out the QC issues. But really, I think he's a really good figure. And he's a good standalone figure, too. That's another great thing about the Toyworld guys, is that if you're just like, oh, I'm just a Hook fan. I don't want to get the Devastator. I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to get the whole set. I just want Hook. I don't know why you'd want that. But if you were that kind of person, you could buy him, and I think he'd be a great standalone figure. The Gravity Builder guys, they look best as a team. The more of them you have, the better they look. But these guys look great by themselves. So yeah, there you go. I do recommend him. I think he's a great toy. Just be mindful of QC issues. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have Mixmaster, and then we'll be able to look at Devastator.